All right, man. We live. We're with the people. Tell me about yourself, man. Tell me what's your name, who you are, what you're
Yeah,
about. We'll go from there.
awesome, man. So I am Nicholas Bailey, Nicholas, whatever you want to call me, on my online alias, NickSaysGo. I call myself a creative, a lifestyle blogger, pretty
Hmm.
much do it all kind of guy. Yeah, man, I do everything. That's just the easiest way to kind of put that right there.
That's facts. You're definitely what I would call a renaissance man. And that's why I follow you, bro. Honestly, I
Yeah,
think we have really different personalities, but I vibe with pretty much everything that you do. And you're super authentic, you know what I mean? And so I feel like even though I might not be on the stuff that you be on, it still
yeah,
feels relatable. You know what I'm saying? Because like
I feel that.
you really be on the grooming stuff heavy, and I'd be like, that's dope, man. That's dope. I can't really
Yeah.
get into that, but it's dope. You know what I'm saying?
I try, man, because it's like it's one of those things that when I tell people. So I grew up with all women in the house, man. My dad was a military guy too, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably had to deal with some of this too. But my dad was like, he was barely in the house, no
Mhm.
fault of his own, but he was in the Navy, so they'll be like, "Yo, all right, next month you got to go away for 6 months. All right, and when you come
Yeah.
back, he'll be around for like a month or two, and then he'll go away for like 9 months, and then he'll come back. So it was mostly just me, my mother, and my two sisters in the house. So I kind of like saw a lot of that early, like just the grooming and just hair care and body care and like all that. Because from a man's side, that's not really. It's generally not taught like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the in depth side of it. But with the women, I'm seeing them get they're getting their hair done every week. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just for themselves, getting their nails done, all of that, right? Then when I got older, yeah, it just kind of clicked for me. I was like, okay, yeah, I need to be on point with that.
Yeah. When did you start getting into the grooming stuff?
Oh man, heavy, maybe like 6, 7 years ago, somewhere in that range. I really was like, all right, manicures, pedicures, right? Taking care of my skin, trying to. I didn't really know nothing about how to really
Yeah.
do it back then, but I was trying at least. So, but the hair care, the nails, the body care, exfoliating, all that kind of stuff. About 6, 7 years, maybe.
6, 7 years. Also, you've been on it for a while, bro.
Yeah, probably somewhere around there.
But your whole journey has actually been like a long time. Like, and that's something people don't be seeing behind the scenes when you're like a creative, a content creator. They're just like, oh yeah, he posts this stuff, he gets lots of followers, whatever. But you've been doing what you've been doing for what, 15 years you said before, right?
Man, 15, man. So I just hit 30. I turned 30 last year and I started doing this in some form of fashion. I've been doing this for like 15 years. So when I was 15, turning 16, I was actually heading to college. I started college at 16.
Oh
So
wow.
this, yeah, yeah. So the summer in between high school and the college, and really even my senior year of high school, I started writing. Writing is my first love, my passion. That's how everything began. So when I was 15, going on 16, I started writing for a lot of these online blogs that are real popular today. I was writing on them when they kind of had like first started or were kind of first really starting to bubble. So like hypebeast.com, I used to write for them when I was like 16. Sneaker Files. I don't know if they're still around, but they're almost just like a nice kicks kind of website. I used to write for them when I was 16. And then I used to be a big believer in faking the funk, dog, and I kind of still am sometimes, man. Like, but I used to fake the funk. So I would start my own blogs. I would back then it wasn't even like Squarespace or nothing, man. This was like on Blogger, like literally blogger.com. I'm starting my own free blogs. And I would just be talking about stuff that I liked. So artwork, music, food,
Yeah.
clothing, whatever. I would just talk about it. And, that kind of grew and grew over time. I've had so many different websites in the past. And then I was a photographer for a long time. I did that when I was in college. That was fun. After I got done with that, I started writing again. Then, eventually I would get into just start doing a little bit more stuff that's like closer to what I'm doing now. So, I'll be doing like reviews on stuff, maybe like outfit breakdowns, unboxings, that kind of vibe. I had a blog for a long time where I talked about like health and wellness and like my mental health journey. I had a blog about that when I was like maybe like 21, somewhere around there. I had a blog about that because I had just discovered Buddhism when I was 20 or 21. I got into Buddhism. 20. It was 20. And then I started my blog about a year after that. So I've been like just writing and doing stuff for years, and it just always changes and manifests itself in new ways over time, man.
But you know what? You know what's important, bro, is that you were always doing that. You were always doing something. And like you said, it manifests into something. A lot of people be sitting and they don't want to take any action. And they're just like, oh, one day I'm going to do this. One day I'm going to do this. But you really just got to, you know, do something that you like. Like you started the writing, and that led to a bunch of other opportunities. And how are you balancing doing that stuff? Did you had day jobs and stuff, right? Or
I still got a day job now, man. I got a whole corporate career still, man.
But you're in IT, right? IT?
Yeah. I'm an IT like security engineering manager. So it's like it's pretty hefty, but I don't know. I don't know if I do. I don't even know if I balance it. I think I don't even know if I do. I think that might be something I need to work on for this year, because I don't even know if I really do a good job of balancing it necessarily. I think I just kind of just do all of it and I don't know, I just do it. Some days I'm more tired than other days, but I think I just do it because I tell myself I have to do it. And I enjoy doing it too. I enjoy it because the stuff that I do with like my NickSaysGo brand, all the creative work, all the brand work, it's a total opposite from my day job. So I think that's why I don't struggle that hard to do both. Because if my side thing was also the same as I think I do from my 9 to 5, I personally probably wouldn't want to do it. Like I'd be burned out. That's just like, that's too much of the same thing all day, every day. So it's cool to be like, okay, I have a meeting for 2 hours about this security bug that Google just discovered. And then the next 2 hours, you know, I can record a video about this like face mask, right? You know, it's interesting to me.
Yeah, I think, that's kind of like a balance in itself, though. You don't really have to balance it. You're just doing something you like, and one's work, one's kind of not work, one's for pleasure, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it gives you business opportunities too, right?
It does, because you know, even though it takes a lot of, I got probably put more time in on the average week on my NickSaysGo stuff than I do like my corporate career. All right. And I'm like still very busy with that, but I probably put more time in on my own stuff. And even though it's hard work, it's so enjoyable to me that even when I do have to stay up, you know, for hours editing a video, or I have to go outside and shoot so many pictures and like edit them and go through revisions and all this other stuff, it's like, okay, am I gonna be more mad at like having to edit 20 pictures or having to deal with some stupid security bug that is only affecting China and Russia, and I got to do this and I got to do that? Like that stuff is the hard stuff. That's the stuff I don't like to do. It's annoying. If all I got to do is edit pictures for these couple hours, I ain't complaining, dog. Like and that's how I kind of look at it. And that's what keeps me going, because it's still work. And it does take a lot, but it's like, man, this is not brain surgery, dog. Like at the end of the day, you know, I'm having fun. I'm talking about stuff that I like, stuff that I bought. Brands are paying me to, you know, be myself on camera, to talk about these things. So I love it, man.
Yeah. So you man, you got so much stuff going on. I could ask you a question for days, bro. But you had something going on with Jumpman, right? What was that?
So Jumpman, so it's actually a funny story about this, man. So last summer, I got a DM. I got a DM from this woman on Instagram, and she's like, "Hey, you know, I'm working on this project with Jumpman. You know, we want to see if you're interested in working with us on this campaign." And I almost deleted the message because I thought it was spam.
Like that Tracy Ross message.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the fake Tracy. Yeah, exactly. So I thought it was spam, because not that I'm not worthy or talented enough to work with Jumpman, because obviously I feel like I'm worthy to work with whoever, but it's still also one of those things where you can want something forever, And when it finally comes, you're still like, damn, like for real?
Mhm.
Like for real, for real? It's just different when it's actually like in your hand. So when I saw the message, I swear I almost deleted it. I was like, this ain't like, I'm trying to play me, man.
Yeah.
So I looked her up on LinkedIn, and I was like, oh no, she's real. She works for this marketing agency and that I heard of. I already knew who they were. And yes, Jumpman is like one of their clients. So I was like, oh, I'm glad I ain't deleted, yo. I almost sent it right to the trash. So I responded back. And yeah, we basically, long story short, we kind of it was a sneaker called the Delta 2. And they wanted to focus on people who are like active in the community, who are also creatives as far as, this rollout for the shoe. So, I mean, they interviewed me, which was really cool. They had one of their interns interview me. It was so dope, man. I love like the younger generation because they inspire me so much more than anybody else, yo. Like the youngins inspire me so hard, dog, because the stuff that they're doing at their age, it was like dream stuff to me when I was at that age, and they're finding a way to do it super early, and I love it. So like one of the interns interviewed me. I got to hire one of my homies to do like the photo shoot for it.
Oh, that's
They
cool.
cut him a check. They cut me a check. They said I could pick whatever photographer I want. I was on the Nice Kicks website. I was on the Jumpman website. The interview was on the Jumpman website. I mean, it was all over the place, dude, and it was fun. And I'll tell you one thing I really enjoyed about it was usually when I get hit up to do a lot of these campaigns and these ads and stuff, man, you know, oftentimes I'm like the only Black person there or
Mhm.
one of the only ones in these whole, like the whole process, start to finish of these things. And with Jumpman, bro, the intern that interviewed me was Black. The marketing manager from Jumpman and Nike was also Black. I got to hire my homie as a photographer that was Black, and it just felt cool to me. It just felt more authentic to me, and just more comforting because I've been on calls with some brands sometimes, and this is not to knock or whatever, but I've been on some calls with some brands, and it would be like 50 people like on a call, you know, or like a panel or something, and I'm like the only one
Mm.
at like period. Like, I've been on calls where there's been like 200 people in there, like as far
Yeah,
as all of their influencers and affiliates, and I'm like the only Black person on the call.
that's
Uh,
crazy.
it's nuts. So I think that's why I like the Jumpman opportunity so much because one is Jumpman. Obviously, I'm a sneaker guy.
Everything.
That's just it is what it is. It's Jumpman, and then to be able to work with my homie, put some money in his pocket. I get paid. They interviewed me. I'm working with Black interns, Black marketing managers. It's just like, it's cool, man. And I still talk to those people to this day. And that was almost a year ago.
That's cool, man. That's really
Yeah.
dope. Well, since we're talking about brands and collaboration and stuff that you did,
Yeah.
tell me about the coffee stuff, man.
Yeah. So I released my own coffee. This is also another opportunity, man. It's a Black-owned coffee shop here in Chicago that I've been frequenting pretty much since I moved here. I moved here about a year ago, almost a year ago. And it's called Gallery Cafe. They have 2 locations here in Chicago. I was going all the time. I've been going since I moved here. The owner, the staff, everybody's hella cool. And one of my bucket list things just in life is to have my own coffee bean. I've always wanted my own coffee bean. Whoever knows me, they know I'll drink 2, 3 cups of coffee a day just because. No rhyme or reason. I just like coffee. I want to get some cool.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I gotta have my own like coffee bean one day because to me that's like a signature sneaker, right? That's on the same level to me.
Yeah.
So I talked to the owner, man. I DM'd him. I DM'd him maybe about a month or 2 ago, randomly. It was like, yo, man, I have this idea. Like, and I laid it out to him. I was like, man, we can do our own coffee bean. We can do our own sandwich. We can do a latte on the menu. I can do all the design work. We can do whatever. Like, we'll pick a bean that you never used before. Like the whole thing. We hopped in a call. We went through it. We decided on everything that night, and like it was just go time from there. So the cool part about it is he put me on to how he sources his coffee beans. So
Hmm.
I was able to go through this thing, this like catalog from like overseas, pick the bean that I thought sounded the flyest. We did a whole round of like taste tests. He put me on to like all of these traditional, taste test things that we do. And I was hands-on like with the whole process. It wasn't one of those things where, he did something, I just kind of like put my name on it because I didn't want to do that. I wanted this to
Yeah,
be like, I did the taste test, I helped them like everything. So it's nice, man. It's a
bro.
dream come true, dog.
Okay, this is important, bro. This is
All
very
right, what's
important.
that?
All right, because look. When I do these, when I make my own videos, when I have
Okay,
people on here, the whole point is that I want people to know that the things that they're thinking in their head, they can make it real. You know what I mean? The fact that
all of it.
I think a lot of people have probably said, "Man, I should have my own coffee. I should have my own
Yeah,
this." But you just took the step to reach out, and I don't even know how much resistance you face doing that. Maybe you face none, but people say
none.
like, oh, why would they give me a coffee bean? Why would they even want to work with me? Why blah blah? But you just
Yeah,
said, I'm gonna hit this dude up and see what he
yeah.
says. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I have zero. That one of my biggest things that I'm proud of myself of, man. And I don't know where it came from, but I have zero shame when it comes to talking to people. Like
Yeah,
I'm never. That's one thing, bro. I'm never scared to like say something to somebody, or like pitch myself to somebody. I'm never. That's one. I'm scared of a lot of things. Scare me in life, man. I'm a very anxious person. A lot of the time, I am.
yeah,
I don't seem like it. People don't think I am, but I'm like I'm hella anxious a lot of the time. But one thing I'm never anxious about is reaching out to somebody, asking somebody for something. So I DM'd so many celebrities and brands and stuff over the years, like asking for stuff or trying to put them on to something. Or man, I don't care, man, because they either gonna ignore it, they're gonna say no, or they're gonna say yes. And that part don't really bother me, right? Like, I was the same way when I was a youngin'. I mean, I'm not single no more, but when I was single, I ain't had no shame trying to holler at somebody, like holler at a shorty. To me, it's the same thing because it's like, what she gonna do? She gonna be with it, or she gonna say no?
yeah, yeah.
And I just keep it moving. So, but that's how I was. I reached out to him and I just treated. You know what I think it is though? I talk to people like it's just normal conversation to me.
Mhm.
I'm not talking to you as if you are like on a pedestal. I'm not talking to you as if like you're below me. You could be CEO, you could be a janitor, you could be whatever. I'm gonna just talk to you like you're the homie. And if it clicks, cool. If it doesn't, on to the next. But I just think that's how I approach it, man. So when I hit him up about the coffee, I didn't really get any resistance. He was just like, oh, we never thought about that before. We never worked with anybody outside of the actual like company before on anything. It sounds dope. Like, let's do it. What's up?
Yeah, man, that's so cool to me. Like when you like I'm saying, when you were walking through the steps, bro, I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I wouldn't even thought of that stuff, bro. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna have to start a new series of episodes in this
Yep.
podcast, bro. You just inspired me. It's gonna be called There Is No Box. Cause that wasn't even thinking outside the box, bro. You didn't
Yeah.
even acknowledge the box,
There's
bro.
just
You
no
just like,
box.
yeah, it's
There's
no
no
box.
box. There's no box, man. Like you'll put yourself in a box, but there's no box that's already there because like I said, they're either not gonna see it. If you're talking about reaching out to somebody, right? They're just not gonna see it. They're gonna see it. I don't really care. Not gonna say nothing. They'll see it and be like, "Oh, that's cool." They might respond,
Yeah.
or if they're gonna say yes or no. And I wasn't worried about what he was gonna say because if he would have been like, "Nah, we can't do it. I don't really have a bandwidth right now. Not a good idea." I'm like, "Okay, no harm, no foul." Like I had like three other people in mind I was about to reach out to if he said no, and I would have kept it. I chose him. Everybody's on that list for like a specific reason, because I wasn't just gonna just try to holler at just like whoever, right? I had like 4 companies and shops that I'm like, okay, I rock with these people, and these are people I trust, like with my name and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I will want to do something with them. If they're down, cool. If they're not, like, but there's no box, man. There's a lot of
Nah,
stuff I've done in my life, man, has kind of come from like not really acknowledging the box.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, no, that's real, man. I try to live my life like that. Like I just kind of do what I want, bro. And I'll be like, who's gonna stop me, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for real, for real. It's and that's one of the things I kind of get. I get a lot when I do like Q&As on Instagram, especially is people ask me about stuff like that. or, you know, my motivation or how I do it or whatever. And I'm like, honestly, I kind of just do what I want sometimes, man. That's really it. I just have an idea. I literally will have an idea and be like, okay, like, what do I have to do it? What do I
Yeah.
have to do? And if it's something like, yo, reach out to the owner, see if he's down, and we'll work on it together. That's easy. That takes zero like mental energy at all to do.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
see, but that's what I'm saying. That's something that you're
Yeah.
good at, because a lot of people, I
Yeah.
think, will go through that process of saying, I want to do this. What do I need to do? And they just
Yeah.
keep making the list longer and longer. But they don't ever
Mm.
take that step, then just say, you know, I'm gonna just take action, and I can still keep thinking about what else I need
Yeah.
to do. But you got to reach out, or you got to do something. You can't just keep thinking about
You
it. You know?
you do, because I forgot where I saw this from. So I used to do a lot of like UX like research as far as like learning how to be a good user experience, you know, researcher. And one of
Mhm.
the things they teach you in design thinking is like, let's say you want to build a product, right? Say, so the example they use was drawing, like making a bicycle. If I wanted to make a two-wheeled bicycle, they're
Mhm.
like, you have two ways to make this bicycle. And they're like, what's the better way? You can like endlessly try to design this like prototype on paper and keep refining it and drawing it forever and just like erase this and keep drawing this and like just doing that forever. Or you make like an initial prototype, build it, like physically, tangibly build it, and then you have something to improve on. You physically have something to improve on, right? And it's like, to me, having something to start with, any kind of starting point, is always better than just thinking about it. Because you're never going to
100%.
perfect it when it's in your head. It's
Facts.
impossible. It's
It's
impossible.
impossible, bro. It's
It's
literally
impossible.
impossible. All the
And I
problems
used to
that
be a
you can
victim of that.
think of, all the problems
Hmm.
that you can think of with something in your head, bro, there's
Yeah.
10,000 more problems that you didn't even know existed, bro.
It
Like,
always, your mind is always going to like to do that. And I'm still a victim of that sometimes, but I try to be like, I try to at least tell myself like, okay, if I can just make a starting point, if I can just at least like take that first step, then I can build from there, right? I can always improve on whatever. It doesn't have to. It's never going to be perfect
yeah,
in my
no
head.
facts. Yeah, no,
So
I've seen you say something like that before too. I seen you made an Instagram post and you were saying you know, kind of just start with what you have, you know what I
yeah,
mean? And do what you
yeah.
can. And that's facts, bro, because even when I was starting to make this channel, I
Hmm.
was thinking, what camera should I buy? What should I do with this? And
Yeah,
then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just start with my phone, bro. I still use my phone right now. I got a cheap mic, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But bro, the first time I did an episode, I don't know what happened to the recording, bro. So it just disappeared, bro.
Right.
I still to this day I don't know what happened, but that wasn't even in my list of problems in my head,
Yeah.
and so I couldn't even know that until I started. I was like,
Couldn't
damn,
even
I
have
didn't.
prepared for that. It's
Yeah,
no way. All the other 100 problems that you try to prepare for, and then the one thing that happened ain't even something you thought about.
yeah.
That's
So
It's crazy. So, but now you know, okay, the next time I need to double check, triple check, make sure I got the recording, find out where it goes, maybe like research where it's saved.
yeah.
You know, now you can build off of that. But
Mm-hmm.
if you never started, you know,
Facts.
I tell
Big
people all the
facts.
time. I remember that post you were talking about now that I made it was about my equipment and stuff, because you know,
Mm-hmm.
people thought that when I was doing some of these ads, you know, I had like the big massive like Canon camera and I got, you know, the studio lighting and dog, for the first like 2 3 years of me seriously doing this, maybe like 2018 to 2020, I didn't have a real camera at all. And I
Oh,
was
for
doing
real?
ads with like some major, yeah, I didn't have a camera. I was doing my phone. I had a $15 tripod, which I still have because it's like, it's from my memory. I still have it. This
Yeah.
is a $15 Amazon tripod. I never use it anymore because I broke my phone and I broke a camera using this before because it fell over when I was in the street taking an outfit picture for this brand. It fell over when I turned around and it cracked my camera and my phone. So I don't really
Mm.
use it anymore unless I'm just like in the house for something real quick. But this is all I used and my phone for a long time. And I've done some good work with that stuff until it was finally time for me to do like a small upgrade. But I tell people, don't waste your money. Whatever you're trying to do, you don't need the latest and greatest just to start.
Yeah.
Get a flow going, figure out what you need from there. But this is 2 years of a lot of work right here. On $15 Amazon, flimsy tripod.
Yeah, man, that's cool, man. For real. Like I said, that's admirable, bro. Because a lot of people they just don't take the action, bro. They talk a lot and they say, I want to do this. This would be cool. I would love to do this, but they never
It's
take it.
hard, man. And it's so cliche because people say it all the time, but it's literally like that first step is the hardest thing because you're stepping into the unknown, you know, and you got to get cool with kind of like just accepting it for what it is and seeing what happens. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not the most confident dude sometimes. Like I will move in ways that will seem like it, and I'll kind of like move in confidence. But inside, I still be bubbling, man. I still be bubbling all the time inside. But it's just like what I told myself is that's probably gonna always happen.
It is.
So if that's gonna happen, I can't let that stop me from doing what I'm gonna do because that is not gonna go away.
Yeah.
I can't change the bubbly feeling.
I was gonna say, bro, I would say you are confident if you feel that feeling and you still do it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm confident in that. I am confident in that way. I'm confident enough to like when I feel the bubbles to be like, okay, I'm gonna still go. I'm scared to death, but I'm gonna still go.
Bubbles. I think everybody feels it, bro. Because you know
everybody
what, bro?
still feel the bubbles.
I think so, unless you're like a sociopath or something, bro. But real talk, like, bro, somebody commented on my YouTube the other day and they said something about me being like real comfortable and confident in front of the camera behind the mic or whatever. And I'm like, bro, every single time I do an episode, whether it's with somebody or by myself, bro, you know, your hands be sweating a little bit. Yeah. Everything. Like, bro, before I do the video, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about this, that, and the other. Yeah. The video ends. I'll be like, damn, I didn't ask none of them questions. Bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
no, that's real. That is real. The bubbles, man, but I think what I like about the bubbles though is that it's letting me know that I care about what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, yeah.
That's what it still lets me know, like, okay, this is something I really want to do. I feel a way about this. So, you know, if I didn't feel anything, then I don't know if it would be exciting, man.
Then there's no passion in there if you don't feel nothing. Because if you just like, I don't care what happens at all, then you don't care about it.
Yeah, you probably don't even need to do what you're about to do. So, you know, I would say I would say so. Then I'm definitely, that's one thing about me, man. I might feel the bubbles and I might be scared half to death and just be a ball of nerves, just like super anxious. But I just think like, I still want to just see what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what you think inside when you like if somebody's watching this and they feel those bubbles and they feel anxious.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can't bring themselves to do stuff. What would you tell them? You know what I mean?
I would tell them that you need to tap into the piece of whatever you're about to do and the piece of you inside that just wants to see what's gonna happen. Because like, if you really want to see what's gonna happen, there's only one way to find out. You know there's only one way to find out. If you really want to see what's going to happen, that's what I tell myself in the inside. Like whether it's I'm about to do an ad, whether I'm just about to work with a brand, about to do like a public speaking, whatever, an interview, anything. I think what it boils down to me every time is, for me is just like, yo, I want to see what's going to happen when I do this. Like, am I going to bomb it? Maybe. Okay, well then, all right. But or am I going to do well? Am I going to? It was a perfect example. I had an interview, like a job interview the other day, and man, I was just like not feeling confident. I was just like, man, this is out of my realm. This is just like, oh my God, dude. My girlfriend heard me complain for like hours, bro. I'm just complaining because I'm just so nervous. And then, you know, we kind of talked about it and I was like, well, yeah, I'm still going to do it. I was like, I'm still going to do it, but I just need people to know that, hey, I ain't feeling too hot. But then it turned out well. So.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's really dope.
Yeah,
I meant to ask you earlier when we were talking about the IT stuff. I meant to
Yeah.
ask you, have you always done IT stuff? Because I remember you, I don't know if you said it or if I read it, but you did FedEx signs and graphics.
Oh yeah, man, dude. So my career is it's pretty much been split in two since I first started working. So I've been working since I was 16. So my first my first years, man, were in retail. They were all retail.
Mm-hmm.
First ever job was at PacSun. Literally started working 3 days after I was legally allowed to work. All I wanted to do was just buy Nike SBs and buy Etnies and buy Vans for a discount. All them skateboarding shoes. That's all I wanted was to
Yeah.
just buy skateboarding shoe. Oh, famous. What was it? Famous. What's that brand
Stars and
called?
straps.
Oh my God, dude, that's all I wanted to buy for a discount was like all the famous Stars and Straps T-shirts. So I worked at PacSun, man. Then I worked at like Gap. I worked at Foot Locker. So just a bunch of retail jobs. And then I started making the transition into. I was like, okay, I want to get into tech because I'm already kind of a tech nerd. But
Mm-hmm.
to kind of go alongside this story, I also dropped out of school. I also
Yeah.
dropped out of school after 3 years. Right before my senior year, I dropped out. And I was like, I'm not going back. I don't want to go back. School can, y'all can go to hell. I'm not going. So I also was like, if I'm not going to go to school, I got to find a way to make some money, man, because this is going to be a little, if I'm not specialized in something, I need to find a way to get specialized in something quick. So I decided tech was the way for me to go. So my first like tech adjacent job that I could kind of finagle on the resume was working at FedEx Signs and Graphics. So they
Mm-hmm.
don't really exist anymore, but FedEx used to have like 9 warehouses across the US that would do all the oversized printing. So like when you go to like Target, for example, and they have that big 50-foot banner like above the entrance of the door, we used to print those. When
Mm-hmm.
you see people running for political office and they have all like the yard signs everywhere all across the city, when they need like 200 of them, we used to print them. Because your regular FedEx office they can't do that stuff. So we used to do that. Not really tech related, but I kind of finagled the resume. I was like, okay. And then, I kind of finagled a little bit. I worked at Best Buy Geek Squad after that. So I was like, okay, now I'm really in the tech world. I can kind of, change some words around a little bit more, make it more important than it is. And then after Best Buy Geek Squad, I got hired at Apple. I got hired at the Apple store. So I was a senior technician at the Apple store. And from there, it's just been 100% just tech, everything tech focused, man.
Wait. You never went back to school?
Never. I tried.
Yo.
I tried a couple times. I did try a couple times, but every time I would try to go back, it was just either like I was just doing too much. Like I'm overly ambitious sometimes. Like if that ever exists, I'm just kind of like overly ambitious. So I'll be like, you know what? I don't want to take like one class at a time. I want to take 4. Meanwhile, I still got a full career. I've still got my own, like it's too much. I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
I could probably do it now because I'm just more mature and mentally mature and my time management is good and all that stuff. But yeah, I tried a couple times and I was like, man, I'm taking 4 classes at once. I'm trying to hurry up and get this last year done. And it never worked, man. So I never went back. I never finished. Never got my bachelor's. Never went back.
Yeah, that's cool. It works out for you. But like I said, that's you were actually taking action. Some people be like, hey, I'm not gonna go to school. I'm not gonna take the traditional path, and then they don't be doing nothing. I'm like, you gotta take some kind of path, bro.
You gotta take some kind of path because there are so many options outside of like traditional paths. But the thing is, you gotta do it though. You gotta like really dig into how to get what you want to get. And I just knew from the jump, was like, okay, if I'm gonna get into tech, there's a couple of things I gotta do. I'm gonna get this tech adjacent job. I'm gonna finesse it on the resume. It is what it is. I'm gonna get this other one that's a little bit closer, finesse a little bit, make it more important than it is. You gotta know how to play the game. People do this all the time. And then I was young too. I'm young without a degree. I'm like, man, come on. So then I knew the homie that worked at Apple. I got put onto the Apple store. And all I needed was that, like, once I get into the Apple store, companies don't companies don't care what the title is a lot of the time, man. Like they see a company name and they jump. There's people that still jump now when they see Apple on my resume. And this was like 2014, dog. And I'm like, yeah, it was hard work. I'm like repairing computers and all that stuff. They just see Apple and think you can do anything. I'm like, that's fine with me. Like, cool. Please, think that. That's fine with me. But yeah, you gotta do something, man. So I got a lot of like IT certs, over the years as well, like, cloud certifications and stuff like that. I'm actually about to study for some more when we get off of this later, man. I'm gonna try to study for some Google-based certs, man. But you gotta do something, man. It's hard. It's a little frustrating at times. It's not really fun. I used to, when I was younger, I used to be like, damn, man, I wish I just finished this one last year, man, so I could just be Mr. Accountant somewhere and I know what my career path is forever and I ain't got to worry about it. I'd just be accountant, senior accountant, accounting manager, VP of accounting, whatever, and whatever. I can do that for 30 years and be done. But I'm glad that I didn't, man, because I've learned so much about myself having to navigate this space without going the traditional path that I wouldn't trade it for anything, dog.
That's dope, bro.
At all. I wouldn't trade it.
That's dope. So what are your future plans as far as IT goes and as far as your brand goes? I know you probably got a lot of big stuff coming, bro.
Oh man, future plans in my career, man. So I kind of have two ways that I want to take my 9 to 5, man. I either want to. So right now I'm technically a manager and I'm a manager level, but I don't manage people. I kind of manage the product right now. So I think that I kind of want to get into like the people manager side. One, kind of going back to like some of the race conversations earlier, every company I've ever been in, I've never seen, actually, I take it back. I've only had one person in senior leadership that was ever a Black male in any of my IT jobs. One. And I remember exactly where it was, ever. One. Just one. Like once you get to director level and above, I've only ever had one. And it's like, that ain't really cool. You know what I mean? So, I get emails, my job I'm in now, man, I get emails every other week, man, for like a new VP hire, a new director hire, a new whatever. They all look the same. They all, Matt Schnalsberg from Idaho, who's been CEO for somewhere 30 years, the same generic white man version number 5, like they all look the same. Every other week is the same. And I'm like, damn, man, like, am I the highest, like, ranking Black dude in this company in the IT org? Because I'm like, I never see anybody else ever. And I want to, kind of change that. So I think I want to take that path and kind of go up that way. I would love for junior engineers and junior engineering managers to see somebody that looks like them actually higher up in the ranks of the company. I've been thinking about going that route. I've also been thinking about leaving IT completely and kind of taking some of my brand stuff and maybe doing some of that as like a 9 to 5, like for a company, whether it be like a marketing manager or, something along those lines. So I'm thinking about it. I'm not quite tired of IT yet because it does offer a lot of flexibility. It does treat me very well. If I want to work at late night instead of doing something during the day, I can. If I want to work later today instead of working during the day on Tuesday, I can. I can do my projects when I want to. It's a lot of flexibility. So I'll decide soon. And then with my brand, one of my big goals I do want to do, man, I want to get on TV, dog.
And do what? What you want to do on TV?
So when you watch like the daytime TV shows ever, and you see how they have segments where they bring on like experts to talk about something for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Oh man, I'm trying to do that, bro. That's on my list for 2022. Like, I need some of that.
What are you gonna be the expert at? What do you want to be called up for?
Man, dog. Anything lifestyle, anything, bro. Anything. We want to talk about the best hoodie trends for the fall coming up. We can talk about that. If we want to talk about, anything, man. But that's one of the things I want to do. I feel like
that's gonna happen, bro. That's gonna happen.
Man, I appreciate that. What happens is a lot of the time with me, man, is I'm a writer first. I always default to writing, even if it's just like an Instagram story, if it's just like a post, I default to writing first. But what I'm trying to do is kind of break out of that and put myself on camera more. because though I have a lot of I got a lot of personality, though. I'm loud, bro. I'm like, I be like, I'm like this all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like I want people that know me know, and it kind of comes out sometimes, but I really want people to like see that and know, like, yo, I'm like this. I want to get that out there, get my personality out there more, man.
It's coming, bro. I mean, you just gotta keep doing your thing. I mean,
Yeah,
bro, like I'm not, like I told you before, I'm not a
yeah,
grooming guy. I'm not a
yeah,
fashion guy at all, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I see your posts, I see the
yeah.
videos. I saw a video about like a Gore-Tex that you had posted. I'm like,
Oh
I might have
yeah,
to
yeah,
cop that. That might
yeah,
make me look like a fashion dude. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, bro, that's what you need to do. As a matter of fact, you need to make videos. You need to make a video for like everyday people like me. You need to be like, hey yo, if you're not a fashion dude, this is like the cheap route you could go. Buy this. It's gonna make it look like you know how to dress and blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
I do. I like that. I like that because I do kind of cop from like a lot of like niche brands and stuff, and it ain't really for everyday people. If you're not into it like that, you're not gonna care enough to want to buy it. But from the style tip, like you said, I could kind of, without going to get this $400 like Arc'teryx jacket, like
Yeah.
go get this one from the mall for like like 80. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
was about to say, just put together something cheap and just be like, yo, if you want to look like you fashion, but you're
Yeah,
not really
yeah.
fashion, cop this right here. I'll go get it, bro. But like I
That's
said,
fire.
it's like $400 or something.
Yeah,
I'm like,
nah.
I don't care that
Yeah.
much, bro.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to do that for people that, they wanna look like it and be, put together, but they ain't really trying to you got other stuff to spend your money on. Like I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah, bro. That's
Yeah,
what's
that's a
gonna
good
get you
idea.
on
I'm gonna
TV.
take that
Hey,
joint
that's
out.
what's gonna get you on TV, bro. They're gonna be
Yeah,
like, yo, Nicholas Bailey, everyday man, expert
I'm
fashion
telling you,
guy. You know
man.
what I'm
That's
saying?
what I need. That's what I'm trying to do. And I want to do it in a way that's like my biggest thing is, man, I never want to be corny, man. That's one thing that's always in the back of my mind. Everything I do is like, I want this to make sure that this comes off as non-corny as possible. Because when I'm on Instagram a lot and I see certain things that I kind of want to do, it's like I always see the corny version of it. I'm like, damn, I don't want to see this. So maybe I could
I know
take
what you're
this.
saying.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because even
yeah.
with you, even with kind of what you do, there are plenty of people who do what you do on Instagram, and they're like in the fitness world, right?
Yeah.
They show stuff the way that you do and kind of the workouts, and they speak about certain things. And there's like a way that's cool and informative, and somebody who's not super fitness guy like me. Like I'm fit, but I'm not across that level. But I enjoy it. I can watch that all day. It inspires me. I love to see it. It's dope. And then there's like the other side, people who are not like you. And it's like, yo, this is so corny, dog. I'm like,
Yeah.
this made me not want to work out, man. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks, man, because that's what gets the views too, man.
that's
And
what gets the views, man.
yeah, and I thought about that so many times, man. I literally wouldn't be able to do it, bro.
Yeah,
I don't have the capability to be corny like that.
you just
But
can't.
yeah,
But that's what
nah, but
happens. That's what gets like a lot of the views. That's what gets a lot of the attention, and even like on the lifestyle side, like you'll never see me do one of those like morning routine videos. I wake up out the bed shirtless and I'm yawning, and then I make my coffee, I make my avocado toast, I vacuum my floor, I vacuum my couch, I do yoga in the middle of my floor, I act like I'm reading my book. You know what I'm saying? Like no, I'm not doing that. I'm not making
hey,
one of the videos, dog.
hey, I seen a few of those videos. That's what
I'm
I would
not
be thinking that too when I was watching it. I'd be like,
I'm not
man,
doing it.
this dude really set up the camera and fake reading a book, bro. Like
To get a 5-second clip like of you reading the book, like you did all of that. I'm not doing it. And if I did, if I really wanted to do one, it would easily get like 100,000 views. Like easily if I wanted to do it. But
yeah,
I'm like, I don't want to even like my skin would be itching even just in the
yeah.
process of me doing it. Like you're never gonna see me do that. You're never gonna see me like me and my lady doing like, them little challenges together, or the soft music playing, and we're like we're holding each other spinning in circles with the soft music playing, and fake like like we're not doing that, man. We're not.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just figure it out my way because I ain't going that route, man.
Nah, I feel that, man. Nah, you're a super authentic dude, man. That's like I said, that's why I like following you, man. Anytime I seen you, like, I don't even know if the word is like promoting something, but anytime I see you promoting something, it didn't feel like you were being forced into it. It felt, you know what I'm saying, real natural. Yeah, just whenever, like I said, whenever you post something, I'm like, I feel like this dude would actually use it, or that he actually likes it, not just
I
like,
appreciate that, man.
yeah,
I
so.
want to keep it that way because so to get on that too, anything that I actually do promote, 98% of the time, I probably have already used it or am familiar with it. There's only been like very few times where I've done an ad for a company and like I've never ever heard of them before in any manner. But even when I do that, I make sure that I still use it and like it first before I like before I finish the paperwork to do the ad. Right. So I've never done something that
so they approach you for the ad and you've never heard of them before, but you try it before you post it.
If somebody emails me, if they email me and my agent or something, they're like, yo, we want Nick to do like a 30-second video promoting, you know, like this cookware or something, right? This new cookware brand. You know, before I get on the ad and I'm like, yo, man, this is great. It does this. I like this. I like this. I need to try it first, yo. Like, you know, I don't need to spend like, you know, a month with it, but like I need to like send it to me. Let me actually use it. Let me stamp it first. Make sure I'm like, okay, I do enjoy it. Then we can do whatever, you know. But if a brand is ever like, nah, like, you know, we're not going to send it to you or we don't want you to try it first. We just want you to like, as soon as you get it, just record a video. I'm like, hey, there's plenty of people that do that. That ain't for me, man. Because I treat my name. One of my biggest things is like my name, bro. Like I don't really play on my name. My name and my rep. At least from the side that I can control. I don't really play about that, man. So you know, anything that's like reputation based or somebody can be like, damn, and he lying. I'm staying far. I stay far away, man. I stay far away. I never want nobody to call me a liar about nothing, bro. So,
bro, I'm the same way, bro.
I hate that. I'm real. My name I don't play with, man. So, you know, anytime I'm ever promoting something or I'm paid to do something, I either already use it, I've used something else they make that like I trust the brand already. They sent it to me and I tried it and I've enjoyed it. But never anything that like I just have no clue about, you know, or they just pay me to just say something. No, I don't do that.
Yeah, bro. Actually, I probably missed out on a lot of opportunities for the same reason, bro. Not that I care, but you know, people message me, bro, and they're like, yo, can you say that you use this and then the other?
Especially in the fitness world, I can only imagine.
I'm just like, nah, bro, I don't use that. Why would I say I use it? They're like, oh, we'll give you this and blah blah. I'm like, nah.
And the craziest part that gets a lot of like creators and influencers and whatnot caught up is that sometimes these shiesty brands usually got like they got some deep pockets a lot of the time. So that's why the people that like depend on that creator money, that like collaboration money, they say yes to all that stuff because they don't have another source of like actual income other than just the creative side. So when you see these influencers doing like these fitness lollipops or like the tummy tea or any of that, just know they got a bag. They got like a bag, you know. It sucks, but it's so dumb, man. Like low key, it's like damn, like the bag would be nice. Like I can't do that, man. It's like I just can't even. That one opportunity will like tarnish so much work you put in. You know what I'm saying? Over time, so much authentic work you put in that one piece of money. No, I can't do it, man.
Nah, it's not worth it.
My time will come, man. I can't even do it.
Nah, for sure, bro. It's not worth it. Like I said, I think that authenticity is part of your brand. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't got that no more, bro, then you're not the same. So
and it's hard to get that back. And if you lose that, man, it's hard. It's so hard to try to fight to get that back, man. Like that is a big piece of my brand, though. People know that like if I stamp something, like is cool. Like, it's good. You know, people don't
Yeah.
really have to question it. Just because I built that rep over time of not pushing shady products, not pushing stupid brands, not just taking a check from God knows whoever. I say no all the time, dog, in my email inbox, man. I be telling my agent no all the time when like she'll ask, and she kind of know now too. She like, hey, like, you probably don't want to do this, but I'm like, yeah, you're like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We'll say yes to somebody else, but I'm good.
Yeah. Hey, man, I respect it because that's hard to do, bro. A lot of people can't turn down money. You know what I mean?
It is, I'm blessed, man, because I'm blessed to have like a fruitful career. Like, I'm doing well for myself in my 9 to 5, right? Like, and that's why I make sure I kept my 9 to 5 because you know, although like, yeah, I do wish that like maybe I was doing something else with most of my day to day. You know, I got a solid career, and that's a lot more than what a lot of people can say, right? You know what I'm saying? I make good money. I have a solid career. I'm stable, so that allows me to be picky with my baby, my brand. I can be picky. I don't have to say yes to somebody just because they came with a check, right? I get a paycheck every other Friday, no matter how much work I do, right? So I don't need to take your money for some nonsense. Like, I'm good. So I'm only going to do the stuff I actually want to do, stuff I find interesting, stuff I care about, and I keep it moving otherwise.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I think we might have covered everything, man. You got anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here, man?
Oh man. Well, first, I appreciate this time. I don't get to talk about myself and what I do often. I kind of just, you know, so I appreciate this right here, man. I think this is dope. Man, but yo, every social media platform, URL, everything is all NickSaysGo, NickSaysGo.com, Instagram, Pinterest, you know, Twitter, TikTok. I got everything. It's all NickSaysGo. Check it out.
I'll put the links to your stuff in the description too, just in case they don't hear that part. But yeah, we'll put everything on there.
Yeah, man. And I'm an open book, man. If anybody has questions, I try to preach that a lot too. Like, I'm just kind of how you do too, man. If anybody has questions, you want to chat, you want to talk, man, my inbox is open, man. I love talking about this stuff. I love trying to help out. If I can bring somebody along or kind of put somebody on, man, I ain't got no problem with it, yo. So please hit me up.
That's real. Hey, bro. Thanks for coming on the show. I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, let me end this recording.